Discipline sounds very easy to say but hard to maintain. Hey guys, I'm Ben, and I don't know if you have this problem, like whenever we set a plan to do something, whether it's to stick to our budget or to stick to our workout routines, we would follow it just for a few times and then just abandon it. Recently, I found this book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. The author proposed an excellent model in his book that helps us to build lifelong habits that can change our life. To think about it, habit in a way is the ultimate form of discipline that is forceless. So in this video, I'll share what the author has proposed in his book about building lifelong habits and how you and I can use those tips in our very own life practically. We often heard sustainability regarding the environments only. But truth to be told, our life needs to be sustainable too. By sustainable, I meant that our tasks and goals are able to be executed continuously without affecting the quality of our life. I have a great example for an unsustainable lifestyle personally. 3 weeks ago, I started my internship, and at the very second day, I was already working overtime until 8 p.m. When I got home, I was already very tired and hungry. And still, I need to work on my YouTube that nobody cares about yet. And all of this caused me to stay up late and not having enough rest for the next day. And the cycle continues until now. And due to not having optimal conditions for me to exercise, I've not followed my workout routines well. I had an excuse not to work out because my lifestyle is simply not sustainable for me to have my workouts in the plan. And it's not easy for you to execute your plan if you don't have the optimal conditions to execute what you need to do. So what can we do then to make our lifestyle sustainable for our goals? Here's a solution. We can adapt and create optimal conditions. That includes making sacrifices and removing things from our life. For example, here's my solution to ensure that I'll stay disciplined in my own workout routines. I'll have to wake up early in the morning and exercise before going to work because I know that after work, I'll be tired, hungry, and sometimes my work schedules are irregular. And this means that I'll make sacrifices by moving my bedtime earlier so that I can ensure that I'll have enough sleep for the next day. You can do it too. If you notice that you're not disciplined in your budget because you always overspend when you hang out with your colleagues because they always bring you out to expensive cafes, you can then create optimal conditions for your goals to be executed. For example, you can limit the frequencies of you hanging out with them during lunchtime, or even better, you can bring your own food to work so that you can still enjoy their company but still have your eye on your goals. The second tip is to have a system that acts as your second brain. Many people think that they lack motivation, but in reality, what they lack is clarity. Remembering what we need to do and making decisions throughout the day is a very tiring task, and your brain already needs to focus on so many tasks at the moment, while still always getting distracted by random stuff that pops up during the day. Having a system that acts as your second brain to remember things and make decisions throughout the day is like having Shadow Clone Jutsu by Naruto that informs you on what you need to do next to stay disciplined on a specific time. The principle is that if you don't need to use your brain, just don't use it. For example, I'm using this app called To Do by Microsoft acting as my second brain. To Do will always remind me on what I need to do next on a specific time or a specific date. I'll plan out the schedules for the next day before going to bed, and what I need to do the next day is just simply following the plan. And it just made my life easier as I already know what I need to do next with clarity. Of course, there might be things that pops out during the day that disturbs your schedule. But if you can complete 70% of them, you're great, man. You just need to be smart at choosing priorities. Third thing on the list is to be short-sighted. We often idolize long-term goals but never appreciate the shorter-term targets. If you think carefully, your ultimate goal is formed by stacking up all the shorter-term targets together. For example, whenever I want to learn something like Adobe Illustrator or SolidWorks for engineers, looking at the interface as a total beginner and look at how the experts are doing is very overwhelming. But if I shift my frame of thinking into, I only need to learn this feature for now and the rest next. Sounds easy to be achieved, right? Breaking down complex tasks into smaller steps makes things easier and feel achievable. Here's a quick tip for you. Having a to-do list or a checklist of things that you need to complete helps you to focus on the next step. Just like my trading video, I've listed out things that you need to learn step by step as a new adult for you to have a clear path on what you need to learn so that you can trade well in the market. Check it out if you are interested. The final piece of advice from the book is to make it attractive and satisfying. It is the anticipation of the reward, not the fulfillment of it, that gets us to take action. James Clear. Why do you want to achieve that? Why do you want to stay disciplined on this?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
But yeah, knowing what are the benefits that you will gain if you stay disciplined on this or complete this task will keep you on the course. For example, I will always stay disciplined on my personal finances because I want to achieve financial freedom and retire early with my future cats. Then we must make things satisfying. James Clear said one of the most satisfying feeling in the world is the feeling of making progress. When you make progress, you feel the sweetness of your own labor, and that makes you want to repeat what you are doing, thus forming a habit, and it's a positive feedback loop. The same thing goes with bad habits, so you might want to beware on that. One thing to note is that you must be aware that you're actually making progress, or else you just won't feel the satisfaction. Thus, it is recommended for you to make records so that you can measure and just notice your own progress. Imagine finally hitting that 50k or 100k as a new adult gives you more motivation to go even further. 200k, 500k, a million. You get the point. Alright, it's 10 PM right now, and according to my second brain, I have to go to bed so that I can wake up early the next day and carry out the new routine. I'll update you guys and see if it's really sustainable for adults like us to be waking up early in the morning to exercise. Stay tuned. I hope this video helps. Like and subscribe so that we can learn together as a new adult, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.